So hey, what is up guys, this is Naveen here, welcome back to my channel, and today we are gonna solve tic-tac-toe problem. And if we talk about the difficulty level of this problem, it took me 2 freaking days to solve this problem, so you can guess how difficult it is. So let's get into the video, but wait, if you're new to this channel, please make sure to subscribe my channel and hit that bell notification icon so that you can get notified for my upcoming amazing videos. So let's dive into the video. So the problem is here. So as you can see, we have given this problem and they have told us that we have provided a 3 by 3 grid and players are playing tic-tac-toe, and the symbol they are using an X and O and a dash which represent the empty cell. And the main problem is we have to decide if a position is reachable and the game has drawn or one of the players have won. We simply have to print one, or if the position is reachable and game will continue for at least one more move or more than one move, then we have to simply print the number 2. And the third condition is if we got an output which is not possible, then we will simply print out number 3. So the main problem is how to identify if a position is reachable, non-reachable, or so on. Okay, and the constraints are t is greater than or equal to 1 and less than or equal to 3 raised to power 19, which is approximately 19,700 something. Okay, and we have given a 3 sample inputs and we will see how this works. Okay, so let's move into our PPT mode. So as you can see, we have given 3 sample inputs, 1 2 3. Okay, in the first sample input we can see that there are equal number of X and O's in the grid and there is a one blank space, which means that the position is reachable. And the meaning of reachable is we can fill the grid after few moves. Like here you can see one empty space is there, so we can fill the grid by putting one X over here. So this is the meaning of reachable here. So as you can see, there are equal number of X and O's here, which means X will have the next turn, and which simply means that in the tic-tac-toe grid no one is winning and the next turn will be of X, which means it's an draw and it satisfies the condition 2. Here you can see the condition 2. If the position is reachable and the game will continue for at least one more move, then we will print 2. Okay, because here is an one empty space and the game will continue for one more time, that's why we are printing 2 here. Okay, and moving up to our second input, that is you can see we are getting 2 winners over here and 3 dashes, which means it is a non-reachable case because there can't be 2 winners in a game, there can be only one winner, so we'll simply print number 3. And moving up to our third condition, here you can see the X is winning clearly by making a trio in the diagonal, so we will print out the number 1, which means the position is reachable and one or more players have won. You can see X has won clearly, so we will print out number 3. So I think so you have got the idea how the sample input works, and now the main question arises that how to identify whether the X is winning or O is winning or no one is winning. So let's move on to that part. So as you can see, there are 9 grids, which means a 3 by 3 grid, and the possible number of winning can be only 8 because either you can make a trio in first row, second row, third row, which means there can be 3 possibilities, or either you can make a trio in the first column, second column, or third column, which means there can be 3 possibilities too. And either you can make trio of 2 diagonals, which means there are 2 possibilities. So the total number of possibilities can be only 8. So we can simply apply the brute force method to find out the number of wins, because there can be only 8 wins. So we can simply type 8 if statement for X and 8 if statement for Y, and we can simply get the number of winnings for X and for Y, and we can store that winning output in a variable. And while we are taking the input, we can also store the number of X and Y's in a variable, so that will be easy to approach the solution. So let's talk about the last part, which is how to identify whether we have to output 1, 2 or 3. Okay, so when we have to output 1, there can be only 3 possibilities. Either X will win and Y will lose, or Y will win and X will lose, or either no one wins and the game is drawn and the grid is fully filled and there is no number of these spaces in the grid. So these are the three possibilities that can be formed when we are outputting the number 1. So when we are outputting the number 2, there can be only two possibilities. So the first possibility is no one wins and there is still an empty space in the grid, which means this. You can see no one is winning over here, but there is still an empty grid over here. So that's why we are outputting over here number 2. And the second test case can be no one has won and the whole grid is still empty, which can be a case. Okay, so moving up to when we are printing out the number 3. So the first condition will be when both the player wins. As you can see over here, two players are winning over here, so we will simply print out the number 3. Okay, or when the number of O is greater than the number of X. So what does it means? Let's see here. So as you know, in the tic-tac-toe game, always X plays the first and then the O plays the second and then X, then O, then X, then O. So from here we can see that the ratio of X comma O can be 1 1, or X can be 1 or O can be 0, but O can't be greater than X because O is playing his turn after the X. So that means the number of O's can not be greater than the number of X. So I think so you have got the idea how this condition works. So the third condition is when X is 2 more than O, which means suppose if we take this grid and we just uh, delete this element. So you can see over here X is 2 more than the number of O's, which is not possible because X can be larger by 1, not by 2. If it is larger by 2, then it is not an reachable case and we will simply print out the number 3. And the last condition is we will print out 3 on every other test case because we don't know how many other test case there can be, so we will print out simply 3 on every other test case. So I hope so you have got the idea how to approach this problem. And now let's move into the coding part. So I'm gonna code the whole program for only you guys, so please make sure to like this video for this little effort. So as you can see guys, we have successfully run and compiled our code. So let's quickly copy and paste our code on the code chef and let's see how it works. So as you can see guys, we have successfully submitted our code on the code chef. So that is it for today video guys. I hope you like this video. If you do, please make sure to hit that like button, and if you have any doubt related to this question, please let me know in the comment section, or you can DM me on the Instagram handle. Links will be in the description, and if you are new to the channel, please make sure to subscribe my channel and hit that bell notification icon so that you can get notified for my upcoming amazing videos, and I will see you in next video. Bye bye.